Manitoba Premier Wab Kinew sent a letter to the Prime Minister calling on Canada to take in refugees from Gaza, even temporarily. Many Palestinian Canadians, like Samah Al-Sabbagh, are also asking Ottawa to help their extended family members evacuate. I first spoke with Samah last month when she was desperately trying to get her Canadian dad home out of Gaza. Akram Al-Sabbagh had been visiting his siblings when the war broke out there. He eventually made that dangerous journey to the Rafah border crossing and was reunited with his family in late November.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
Baba!
Baba! We've been waiting for this moment.
CBC News was there for that reunion moment at Toronto's Pearson Airport, and since then, Akram has returned to his home in London, Ontario. The 73-year-old spending time with his wife, his kids, his grandkids, and in his first interview since escaping Gaza, Akram and Samah Al-Sabbagh opened up about the trauma of war and the family members still behind.
It's very hard. It's not easy.
Samah and Akram, thank you so much for speaking with me today.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Rosemary, for the opportunity. We really appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate you chatting with me, and I appreciate that I get to chat with your dad, Akram. Welcome home. When you landed at the airport, you said you couldn't believe you were alive. How are you feeling today?
Oh, big different.
I
feel very good now.
Yeah. Have you settled back into your home?
I'm back to the normal. I'm back to my house and my kids, my friend, my neighbor, everybody happy when I come back to Canada. Yeah.
Samah, as I'm sure your dad knows, you were working around the clock to get him home. You and I spoke, and you spoke to lots of other people too. What is it like to have him back after all of this?
Oh my God, a great relief, let me tell you, a great relief. We couldn't believe that this day is going to come. You knew how it was. You've seen me at my worst. You've seen me when I was anxious, when I was angry, when I was desperate, and it was a big deal for me, for my family. We were waiting for the day that he comes back. So much. I can't begin to explain. To be honest, everyone, we were so afraid that he might not be able to come back again, and that was what was going on in our heads the whole time, and we just didn't want to believe that this was going to happen, and that's why we held on and we kept on pushing, and thank God he's back now with us here, and we're so happy to have him back. It's a blessing.
And Akram, what was it like to get from the north of Gaza to the border? How hard was that for you?
Wow. I was sitting in the home with my brother in that time, and too many bombs around the house. It was scary, everybody's scary. And I moved from the house to other area to go to Khanun city, and when I start walking like around between 4 or 5 kilometers walk, and the Jewish soldier in a lift in my side, and you have to walk, don't turn your head right or left, you have to put your hand up with the ID.
Your hand, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
my
with
hand.
Your passport, yeah.
With the ID, I put my passport, my Canadian passport, and you and just walking.
You can't imagine like having both hands up, one with a passport, the other one had to have a white cloth signifying surrender and peace. For 5 kilometers on foot.
Did you think, Akram, did you think you might die at any point?
Oh yeah, you know what? I call my wife. I tell her what she do after I'm die. I tell my wife everything after I die, because I don't think she will be outside. I will be in a life after that. It's too scary. It's the bombing everywhere, attack everywhere.
And Samah, you still have so many family members in Gaza. What do you know about how they're doing right now? What are you hearing from them?
Oh my God, I can't begin to explain to you the agony. I mean, you know how it was hard for me to get a hold of my father when he was there. It's even harder now to get a hold of our family members. Again, like I have uncles, from my father's side, aunt, and I have from my mother's side as well. I have uncles and I have aunt, and we don't know what's happening to them. So most of them had to flee. They had to be displaced from the north to Khan Yunis, and then now they've been asked to flee from Khan Yunis and go down to Rafah. Rafah is a very small area.
Yes.
So now it's packed with people, and we don't know. I mean, I was talking to my cousin a few days back, and he said, "Listen, they had to evacuate us, so we had to leave Khan Yunis. I'm now in Rafah. I don't know where my parents are because he's with his wife. He said, I don't know where my parents are. I can't even bring them to Rafah. There's nowhere. He said people are sleeping on the street."
And you've been calling, as have other Palestinians, you've been calling on the federal government to expand the group of people that could be evacuated to extended family members. What kind of response have you been getting so far? It seems to be something that they are considering, but they haven't done yet.
Well, I hope so. Now we see what's happening there, and you know, and it's our duty to advocate for the right of those people to live, and those people are our families. They're family members, and currently the law, the immigration law here in Canada, only allows for the spouse and the children and the stepchildren to be able to come, and those are called family members. But we want Canada to expand that. So we've had a promise from the Minister of Immigration that they are looking currently at the definition of a family. Yeah. And hopefully having to expand that area. But again, Rosemary, I mean, it's been done already in Australia. I don't know why it's not done yet in Canada. Why are we behind when it comes to doing the right thing? That's my question.
Akram, what was it like to leave your family members? I know you're a Canadian. You've been in this country for more than 30 years. But what was it like to leave your family when you fled Gaza? How hard was that?
Yeah, I leave him, but it's too hard for me when I leave my two brother with 13 kids he have. You know, it's too hard for me when I leave over there and leave my brother still there. You know,
and your sister, yeah.
And now 2 weeks now, I can't touch him. I can't talk to him. You have no connection with there, like no Wi-Fi, no nothing, and no electricity too.
And Rosemary, you know, they keep, you know, they send us. You know, when we get through to them, you know, they plead to us, help us out. You know, do something. Can you help us? Can you help get our names on the border so we can leave, so we can have rest? People are exhausted, Rosemary. They're exhausted of the wars and the destruction and the life that they're living right now. And they just want to breathe. They want to breathe. Those people don't want to leave their homes. No. They don't want to leave their land. But they need a breather from the war.
Akram, how are you doing emotionally? Like, how are you feeling?
Now I'm feeling good. Thanks God, I'm come back in Canada now. But I'm still like still I'm worried. You know, I remember when I'm there, like almost 40 days under attack over there. I'm still thinking about in this. You know what I mean? Like it's not easy for me.
I'm glad. I'm so glad to see you both reunited, and I know lots of people will be glad to see the two of you too. And I'm wishing the best for the rest of your family. Thank you, Samah, and thank you, Akram. Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rosemary, for everything. Thank you. Take care.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks.